Let me just check the feed, the audio, to make sure we good and clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking the audio to make sure we good.
All right.
Um, all right, we good.
All right, Con.
Loud
So,
and clear.
all right. We like to give all praises to Yahweh.
All right, we good. All right.
Yahshua,
Bahashim, Rakak Wadash.
you know, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, on down the Akim down the rank, and the Akim pushing his truth out in sincerity. All right. So, you know, you had the earthquakes that happened in Syria and Turkey. You know, the train derailments in the U.S., mainly in Ohio, right? And all these disasters, man, because these disasters are gonna hurt, gonna cause famine and economic tolls on economies, right? And you know, loss of life. And there's gonna be more incidents like that. All right. So I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna get Matthew. Nah, forget that. Salak. Yeah, so there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more disasters and casualties. All right,
Right.
and going on because the Lord is spiritually visiting America and the world, and he basically spirits of vengeance created. You know what I mean, for judgment. All right, so there's gonna be more incidents like this, man. And
I got a, I got
okay,
a quick precept.
okay,
This is Ezekiel 71. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, also thou son of man, thus saith the Lord power unto the land of Israel. And end, the end is come upon the four corners of the land.
four corners, north, south, east, west. It's at the end.
Yep.
What it says? Read that again. I'm sorry.
It says, and end, the end is come upon the four corners of the land.
At the end of this rulership, man, of wickedness, the Lord's kingdom is about to be put in place. So we at the end right now. Why you think all these things are speeding up? All right, it's repetitive, but we keep saying it, and then it's gonna be like it's gonna be instant, where it's gonna be catastrophic events that you ain't gonna be able to number happening back to back. So
Right.
we bringing this out now, like, yo, looks, telling people, yo, snap out of it, you know, because right, it's pretty soon it's gonna be a famine of the word,
Right.
and then it's gonna be too late.
And this is coming to a town near you.
Yeah,
You know, just because you still got clean drinking water, and you got supermarkets to get food at, and you could charge your cell phones and watch your TV programs and binge watch on Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Max. All that comfortability is about to come to an end, right? You think over there in Syria and Turkey, you think they worrying about some goddamn TV shows on Hulu, HBO Max, and Disney Plus? You think they worry about the NBA All Star game right now in Syria and Turkey? Hell no, right? Why? Because a great judgment just hit that land.
Yeah,
They're praying without cease, right?
that's right.
Because the spirit that they're in now, you should be doing right now. You should be praying without cease. You should be asking the Lord to forgive you and have mercy upon you before He brings that judgment that He's going on Syria and Turkey and bring it over here. But you got it out.
Yeah, so just like Barack Obama just mentioned, they don't care about bread and circuses and entertainment. But our people, and mainly here in America, these other nations, folly is set in great dignity, man. All right. Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. The rich is starting with the elect of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. We're in a low position right now. But folly is held in high esteem. What we're saying, we sound crazy, and nobody want to hear that. Meaning they'll say with this truth, nobody wants to hear that. But they'll rather listen to Stephen A. Smith and a whole bunch of bullshit. Well, it's entertainment is cool, but but look, man, look what time we're in. You know what I mean?
Right. I got something for you. This is the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5. 1 second.
No, okay. Yeah, so look, man, the end is nearing, man.
I got it. First Thessalonians 5:1, because you had mentioned something. Um, Basically, it was like a birth pain. You were witnessing all the birth pains happening on Earth. All
Okay.
these signs, all these so-called, not so-called, all these catastrophes,
Uh-huh.
right? All these events or incidents that's happening on the planet Earth. The Lord told us these things was going to happen.
Yeah.
And First Thessalonians for you out. First Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
So the day of the Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night. A thief comes unexpected. It's sudden. You're not prepared for it. But Lord willing, we're preparing. We're on watch. Because the return of Yahweh Shai is going to be sudden, and the events leading to his return, global catastrophes, right?
Yeah.
Martial law, all right, before he makes his entrance, right? So we're preparing for all of those events, all right. Because when the major things happen, there's going to be a famine of word. It's too late then, right?
Mm-hmm. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Uh-huh.
For when they shall say peace and safety,
Then sudden destruction.
for when they shall say peace and safety, this sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They shall not escape. And that woman, those birth pains, man, when she about to deliver, that thing happens sudden. So all this famine, all these catastrophes, these things are gonna happen sudden, man. All right? It's gonna be unexpected. That's why we're measuring the times. That's why we do our shows and we go out on highways and byways, because we don't want to get caught up with the majority of people, especially 2/3. Because we're in fear, man. The majority of people, especially 2/3.
So it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction
Yeah.
cometh upon them.
The so-called white man and the rest that's in league with them, They're gonna say peace and safety. Oh, the economy is stable. All right, we're maintaining a debt, increasing jobs. Our defenses is intact. Everything's under control. Our infrastructure is being rebuilt. We're gonna clean up any contamination. Soon as destruction gonna happen.
It says, sudden destruction shall come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and
That's
they
right.
shall not escape.
They're not going to escape. It's not going to be any escape. All right, because it's going to be a time of judgment.
It says,
that's why. Oh, all right, you got it.
No, they shall not escape. You got it.
Yeah. So it's not gonna be any escape, and that's why we know the terror of the Lord. We're persuading men. We're warning the people so their blood don't be on our hands, and hopefully we be delivered. You know.
So it says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you.
Yeah, we're not in darkness. We had a light, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. The world is in darkness and they're blind. They're spiritually blinded to what's going on and what time we're in.
So it says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief.
Yeah, so that day overtake us as a thief. Because when the Lord comes, he's coming to deliver and destroy. And he's coming as a thief. So we don't want to get overtaken. We want to get delivered.
Ye are all children of the light.
Yeah, we're children of light, and the world is in darkness.
And the children of the day, we are not of the night, nor of darkness.
Yeah, we're not of the night, and we're not in the dark. All right.
It says, ye are, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Yeah, we're not asleep. No, we're wide awake and sober and on our watch. All right. You know, we're watching. You know, we Game of Thrones fans, right? You had the Night's Watch. They was always watching for mainly the whites, man, the White Walkers, man. They was watching for they know destruction was coming. They didn't know when, so they was always prepared. And they have to man their watch. If they desert, what was the sentence? Death, right? only way, you know what I mean? So, but there's a lot of people that probably don't watch Game of Thrones, but yeah, so we on our watch, man. Measuring the times. So we have to we gotta stay in this thing.
That's right.
If it means we die in this thing, you know what I mean?
That's right.
What it is.
It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Let us watch and be sober. Let us not sleep as others, man. And that means when we're doing the work, we gotta bring out the truth as it is. And we can't be linked with those that are not preaching the right doctrine. All right? And also we got to bring out the truth, man. MOTB. All the bad things that's about to take place, man. We got to bring that out. The MOTB is the mark. There's going to be a global nationwide famine. All right? There's going to be all these disasters. We're in the end. There's no future for America. We're not going to be here. This place ain't going to be here another 50, 100 years. It's impossible. It's not happening. Right?
It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
and drunken in the night, man. They drunken with these philosophies, with basically anything that's not bringing out the full truth, man. They're drunk, all right. They're not sober, so they don't make sound decisions.
Hmm. That was it.
Yeah. So you got, there's gonna be spirits created for vengeance, man. People dying and from intra train derailments or as a result from train derailments, man.
Hmm.
All right, and look, that thing happened with the fuel, and you got to understand or chemicals. All right, that's gonna cause more pollution. We like a broken record, but there's gonna be more instances like that, man.
Yeah.
Because you got trains that carry fuel. You have chemicals. You have the truckers, they carry it. All right, because you gotta have a special license to carry chemicals, right?
Yeah.
Chemical, along with the skill with the trucking or manning the trains and things like that. All right, so there's gonna be more things like that to happen, and let's not forget under FEMA under 11490, them executive orders, anything could be declared as a state of emergency.
Right.
Things like that, the president could declare a state of emergency to where it's really so-called dangerous or whatever, and FEMA takes over. You got
Right.
a lot of things on the books for that, man, and you could go look it up. 11490 executive order. Everything, them executive orders, I fall under there, and in that book, Behold a Pale Horse, they have them, all of them executive orders. All right.
The crazy thing about it, like they didn't even send FEMA. Like
Oh.
that's how you can't the things that go on in the news, you really gotta like really put a magnifying glass to it
Mm-hmm.
because you can't believe everything that you see
Yeah.
and believe everything you hear
Yeah.
because a lot of this shit is orchestrated. A lot of this shit is orchestrated. It's Esau's formula is order out of chaos. He causes some type of chaos so he could bring more rules and regulations in order, right? To fulfill his plans and his agendas. Now, we don't know, what actual things he's doing this for, but we know it's for something devilish,
Yeah.
something to take away the rights of the people so he can have full control over this world. I mean, full control over the citizens of America,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yeah, bro, it should sound like some shit out of a damn.
Yeah.
The trains got derailed that was holding some biohazardous chemicals,
Yeah.
and it released it on the peoples. But Tom Cruise didn't get there in time, or 007 didn't stop it in time. Like
Mm-hmm.
it sounded like some shit out the movies, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and they actually said that there was a movie I haven't seen it yet called White Noise, I think.
Oh yeah, y'all. So young, he was watching it. I really, my attention span. I wasn't really. It was he was pausing and showing me certain events in that movie, to like it's the same thing now.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Yeah.
they literally take scripts from Hollywood and act it out in real life, man. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and it's crazy, but we keeping our eyes on the prize, keeping
Yeah.
our eyes open, being circumspect, because we know that the times are evil, you
Yeah.
know, and we understand that he got to cause all this chaos and confusion so he could bring forth his agendas. So it can lead to that Karagma system,
Yeah.
you know?
All
So it
roads.
could,
Yep. You got it. I'm sorry.
so it can lead that to the Karagma system. So it
Yeah.
can lead to his new world order,
Yeah.
you know? This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
And the end of the world. Now, does that mean the end of the earth's existence? No. That means Esau, his age of rule, this age of rulership, because the earth abideth forever, liveth forever.
Right.
All right. That's why the days are shortened for the elect's sake.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 4, just the precept what the brother said. One generation passeth away, another generation cometh,
Yeah,
but
so,
the earth abides forever.
yep, one generation past, one comes. So the Lord has a what you call, he has his own population control.
Yeah.
When someone
Yeah.
dies or so-called born, the earth liveth forever.
Yeah.
The Lord set the system up. Esau trying to be the Most High, trying to be the Lord.
Exactly.
Right? Trying to play the Most High, man.
Which is prophecy in itself. And like you said, the Most High got his own form of population control, man.
Yeah.
And Esau wants to play God, so he's trying to control the population control. You know?
Yeah. Oh, shalom.
Shalom, man.
All right. So see?
Shalom, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, so so you have these things taking place, and once again, all roads lead to the MOTB.
That's right.
Financial, right?
So it says,
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn, slide.
now you're good. You're good. It said, Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach. It shall deceive many.
Yeah, you gonna have many deceiving, saying they the Lord or whatever, performing bullshit miracles probably too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people gonna follow Esau and afraid of him because of his miracles, his technology. All right. All right.
And the hot topic of this week is the whole, the unity camp thing. And can't we all just get along?
No.
that's to sum it up. No, we can't.
I'm sorry because let's say for instance, I'm a person on the outside. You're not. You're preaching one thing, and then Kasai, you're preaching another thing. That's confusion, man.
It is.
That's for the 2/3 to get caught up there. When you look at the whole scheme of things, but those that are preaching those false doctrines, the people's blood is on their hand.
Exactly.
So basically, 2 birds, 1 stone. You know what I mean? But I don't want to keep blabbering. But yeah, we have to speak the same doctrine, truth. All right, it's the truth.
I
Yeah.
had a scripture on that.
Real quick. It's like, we Israelites. So guess what? Yes, we're going to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So we're not going to rob from the other groups. We're not going to murder the other groups. We're going to keep the commandments according to the Lord. We're going to be civil with our Israelite neighbors. But in the same breath, I don't mean we got to unify with them just because we being civil with them.
Like conversation. Yep.
Yeah.
When I started watching on the YouTube before I was going out, the head, I was it got up to a point, all right, where I'm seeing GMS bringing out the truth. and then I see other camps. So I started checking everyone out, right? And then I'm like, yo, I'm like, GMS was starting with the apostles. They was bringing out the truth because the other camps is either prosperity or some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Judging how brother dress and all that. That's all feminine shit. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
automatically all right. Cross that out. Those other ones like that. I just went through it like that. Process of elimination. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead, Kasai. You got it.
You got it.
Right. This is Romans 16. I don't know if y'all read this right, but Romans 16, verse 17. It says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them."
There you go.
Yeah.
This is Israelite 101. Yes, we under the curses of Deuteronomy 28, and we deal with that evil eye towards each other. But that's all going to be resolved when Yahweh Shah comes. But rebuking, reproving, and correcting, that's not hatred.
Yeah.
The scriptures say open rebuke is better than secret love. And the scriptures speaking about winking at a man's folly. You're not supposed to wink at somebody. The scriptures say a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump.
Yeah.
We ain't supposed to wink at shit. You ain't supposed to let shit slide
Yeah.
because that's leaven.
We set in the defense of the gospel, right?
Mhm.
So
That's
if
it.
you sit there bringing out doctrines that's contrary, you have to be scopeo. You got to be scopeo, which means you got to be marked. Stay away from that guy. That guy's an adulterer. He sleeps with men and women. Stay away from him. That guy, you know, he got certain addictions, or that guy worships other gods. You got to stay away from these dudes. So, in our terminologies, if you breaking down the scriptures the wrong way, or you breaking down prophecies the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be scopeo.
Yeah.
It goes down to even guys wearing hats while they prophesying.
Oh yeah.
You know, I
There
got
you
another
go.
precept for you.
Yeah, that.
This is Second John 1:10. It says, "If there come any unto you, and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed."
Yeah, neither bid him Godspeed.
Huh?
If you not coming in the spirit, that the one spirit, the one faith, the one doctrine, the one God, we can't have no dealings with you.
Yeah.
You know, we can't have no dealings with you. It's that simple. You could say Bahashim, 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 Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. You can say that all you want, right? But if you ain't coming in the correct doctrine, right, we can't have no affiliations with you because that's confusion,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Now, once again, we could be civil with you, It ain't no fucking, we could be civil, you know. But at the same time, we ain't going to see us being at camp with each other,
Yeah.
preaching with each other. Because you playing one tune and I'm playing a whole different tune. We're not playing the same tune.
Yeah.
We can't jam together, you know. We can't get jiggy with this shit, you know. So you go get jiggy over there. I'm gonna go get jiggy over here, and we're
Yeah.
gonna see who the Lord gets jiggy with when He comes back.
Yeah.
But that was it.
I got one more. Yeah, I got one
Okay.
more. This is Saint John 13, verse I started 34. It's a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. It
Yeah.
says,
What
by
is love?
this,
What is love? Love is keeping of the commandments. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so we love one another by making sure your brother don't go off,
Yeah.
right? Because that's in the law. The law, see, that no snitching shit. That's that worldly black culture bullshit. In Israel, you supposed to snitch, all right? And if somebody's being wicked, if somebody's doing something contrary to the work, to the laws, and to the testimonies, there's no light in that man. So that man got to be scopelled,
Yeah.
and that's love. It's in our law. It's in our history, right? What happens if somebody eats leavened bread during the Passover, right? Brothers been studying, and I hope brothers been studying, but brothers been studying Exodus and going over Exodus. What happens if somebody eats bread during the Passover? Oh, that's still a brother? No. Scripture
Nah.
say kick him out of the congregation. He supposed to cast that man out like an heathen man. So if you got to get cast out for eating leavened bread during the Passover, how much more breaking down the Bible, the words of the Lord wrong?
Yeah. If any man add or take away from the words written in this book.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep. This is a good topic, man. Let me read on Slakia. Slakia, I was, getting my sword loaded. Let me just go back to the scripture. Yeah, verse 35. It says, "By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another."
yeah, that's how you know who my disciples are.
You know.
Because if they going astray,
Hmm.
they get on each other.
Yep.
Is Great Millstone exempt from rebuke? Hell no.
No, hell no.
Hell no.
Nah.
The apostles and elders get on brothers all the time, and apostles get on apostles all the time, respectfully and in order. The elders get on elders all the time, respectfully and in order, right?
Yeah.
Great Millstone gets on Great Millstone. And if another camp say something wrong with Great Millstone, we examine ourselves. We assessate the matters, right?
Yes.
We not just ignoring people, right? So Yahweh Shah said, that's how you know who are my disciples, through the love that they have for each other, right? Because they're being charitable with each other. They're reproving and rebuking each other when one of them go astray or they go off. Because that's love. God,
Hmm. It says, matter of fact, I read, this is Deuteronomy 13 and verse 6. It says, "If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, Let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely
you break it up, Kasai.
Yeah.
All right, Shimon, go ahead. What you got,
Hold on. I got. This is Satan's devices. Drop that, right? Oh yeah. Okay. Kind. You know. Yeah. So we not ignorant of Satan's devices. He's going to use certain men to bring out, to basically twist scriptures, man. You're gonna have sellouts, all right, that's gonna be paid off. You're gonna have things put in place to bring about the MOTB. You're gonna have what could bring that about? Financial collapse, nationwide global disasters, war, disease outbreak, all those things happening at once. All right, these are all events that could, or a state of emergency declared. These are all things that could bring out all threats, so-called threats of national security, to bring out. I mean, this NWO. All right, and you're gonna have men that set up to preach lies. You're gonna always have people that come in that's paid off or to come in and infiltrate, man. Those are all of Satan's devices. So 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of the adversary devices, his schemes to bring about his new world order. Okay? Oh, you got something?
Now get it.
Yeah, so we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Okay? And if anyone add to or take away from the scriptures, they're going to suffer the plagues that's in the scriptures. Thermonuclear destruction and the Lord destroying them when he returns. Okay? So I'm going to get Revelation 22 and Revelation 22 and 19. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. Yeah, so they're going to be destroyed on this side, man, for doing that. That scripture is not written in there for no reason, because you're going to have men fulfilling that. And you see it now. Yo, they say, oh, the MOTB, that's not the mark. Okay. Oh, you could line up your hair. You could have long hair. All right. We could get together in unison, knowing that we not speaking the same doctrine. Okay. If that's the case, then you might as well have 5%ers in your camp. You might as well have Muslims, Buddhists in your camp, New Age movements, people that believe in the law of attraction in your camp, and every other manner of things going on, right?
All right. Right.
Slap.
I got something real quick. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19. Leviticus 19 and 17. It says, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him." So this is in our law. It goes back to our laws, man. It's not hatred. It's reproof.
Yes.
Right? And aren't we supposed to be talking about the white man, or ain't there other things to talk about? Well, here at Greatmillstone, we cover all grounds, right? We go into prophecy. That's the main weight of the speaking and the teaching is prophesying, right? Because that's the job of a prophet, right? To tell people what's going to happen before it happens, not wait till things happen to tell them that, oh, that's the Lord. You got to tell them that something's going to come, something that's going to happen way before it even happens.
Yes.
Like what Noah did, right? He said that rain was going to come from the sky, even though it didn't rain on the earth yet.
Yes.
People didn't even know what rain was. But the prophet was telling them that water is going to come from the sky, because back in those days, the dew came from the earth, right?
Yes.
The plants and the plants and the crops was watered from the dew that comes up in the morning. Anybody that lives in a country or has a garden knows what we talking about, or lives on islands know what we talking about. You go outside in the morning and it's wet. Why? Because that's the dew coming from the earth, right? So Noah prophesied about that. Um, Daniel prophesied about the kingdoms that was about to come into power, right? Yahweh Shah prophesied that Jerusalem was going to fall, right? So it's not strange that the prophets are telling you things before things happen, right? And then what else are the prophets doing? Telling you about the wicked people amongst our people, right? So Israelite 101, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice as a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions. That's Israelite 101. That don't only apply to Christians, Muslims, atheists, right? Drug dealers, drug users, sluts and hoes. That don't only apply to them.
Okay.
That applies to everybody, right? So, people just got to get out their feelings, man. People got to get out their feelings. That's all.
That's right.
But going back to what you was getting into, Matthew's chapter 24. And guess what? If you tired of hearing these scriptures, go watch something else, man. Go watch something else.
Yeah.
If you tired of hearing the beginning of sorrows, earthquakes in diverse places, wars and rumors of wars, if you tired of hearing about the charagma, right? If you tired of hearing the Lord is going to come, you have a bunch of other things you could tune into, a bunch of other things you could watch, right? This is for the people that's sincerely trying to prepare themselves for the Lord's coming, right? Because everything else is really irrelevant. It's entertainment. It's mind garbage, right? If I don't want to think, right? I don't want to think too much. I just watch TV, right? Because I ain't gotta think. I just let my mind sit there and just waste itself in whatever bullshit show I'm watching, unless it's something historical or dealing with monarchy or dealing with documentaries, which something like that stirs up your mental, you know. But outside of that, TV shows just plain old garbage, mind garbage, right? That's why Yahweh Shah said, "Man shall not live off of bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Father." Because remember, everything that we see everything that our five senses use is temporary, right? But the things that the Heavenly Father give us is everlasting and eternal, right? It's immortal, right? So when you watch TV, it's for that moment. When you eat food, it's for that moment. Because guess what? You gotta eat food again, gotta drink water again, or you gotta watch a new TV show. But these words last with you forever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
We're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. You see Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Germany, wars and rumors of wars. We're not troubled. We know these things have to take place. We're not trying to escape reality, all right? We know it's inevitable. We're, Lord willing, trying to prepare. But we know these things have to take place. And what else to say? Be not
It
troubled.
says, when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled.
All right.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
All these things going to have to come to pass, The end is not yet, because they're going to lead up to a global martial law. Before that, global famine. All these dominoes got to fall in this right place before the Lord crack open them skies, man.
For nation shall rise up against nation,
Yeah, one
and
country.
kingdom against kingdom.
Yep, one nation, one country against each other, one nationality against each other.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Yep.
And there shall be famines and pestilence
All right.
and earthquakes in diverse places.
Famines, pestilence, nationwide famine, global famine, lack of bread and food, water, and also more outbreaks, disease, warfare. All right. And before that, one superpower against the next, against another superpower or superpowers.
Mm-hmm. I got this article because we was going into it a little bit earlier. It says panic, injuries, as traumatized Syria hit by new earthquakes.
See,
People in northwest Syria are traumatized and still reeling from the February 6 quakes that killed over 4,000 Syrians.
It's killed 4,000 Syrians. You saw all them orphan children that they removed under the rubble. I don't know whether that was Turkey or Syria. You saw the news, right? See,
Yeah.
I checked it on YouTube, where you got children, their whole family, everything they know been just taken away. You know what I mean?
Fear and panic caused the most injuries in the northwest Syria when two new earthquakes hit on Monday evening, just 2 weeks after the catastrophic 7.8 earthquake. It says that devastated large parts of the regions, including southern Turkey. At least 6 people have been killed and hundreds wounded across the country. That's this new earthquake.
So the Lord visited them. I don't care if Esau used heart or so-called natural disaster. The Lord put that in place, and
That's right.
It's created for vengeance. So the Lord is spiritually visiting right now.
That's right.
That's why we persuade men for the terrors of the Lord, man. That's why we are out here, because of fear.
Yeah.
So the Lord is visiting these other nations everywhere, man.
It says earthquake death toll surpasses 46,000 in Syria and Turkey.
46,000. That's a large number to those areas, man. And the effect it's going to have on the economy and things like that is the infrastructure. You know, roads and things is dealing with logistics, supplies moving in and out. That's logistics. Okay, you got it.
Rescue teams are still finding survivors under the rubble of destroyed buildings.
Rescue team. See,
a woman waits while search teams dig through the rubble of a collapsed building in the aftermath of a deadly earthquake in Hatay, Turkey, February 18, 2023. 12 days after the devastating earthquake hit Turkey and Syria, more than 46,000 people have died and more than 84,000 buildings have even been severely damaged, need urgent demolition, or collapse according to the officials.
And look
As
now, those people that died, you can't just think about the people that died, what kind of specialty they had that they was providing for that region where they lived at, right? So that's why I say that trickle down to other things that make things worse. But yo, these things gonna keep happening because the Lord is putting judgment down, laying down judgment.
I got you. It says as Turkey attempts to manage its worst modern disaster, concerns are growing over the victims of the tragedy in Syria, with the World Food Program, or WFP, pursuing authorities in the northwest to stop blocking access to the area as it seeks help to hundreds of thousands of people ravaged by the earthquakes.
Yeah, so you're gonna have people that's gonna create famine and things like that, man. And it could create chaos,
Yeah, anarchy.
rising. Yeah,
Listen, people, the wicked thrives off of a disaster.
yeah,
You know, they wicked. They waiting. There's a lot of demons that's waiting for their opportunity to shine, so to speak,
that's
to
right.
be wicked. Because when there's a situation like that, the police is spread thin, the health workers are
Yeah,
spread thin, the security is spread thin. So all them damn rapists, murderers, children abductors, they running vampant right now, you know,
yeah,
especially for kids looking for homes or looking for their families, women looking for their loved ones. The wicked is,
yeah. The price of things go up because you got looters and people snatching up resources to overmark things up. You know?
it says the death toll in Turkey stands at 40,642 from the earthquake, while neighboring city has reported more than 5,800 deaths, a figure that has not changed for several days.
Uh-huh.
Rescue attempts continue. Workers from Kaigerzanten on Saturday tried to save Syrian family of five from the rubble of the building in Antakya, city of southern Turkey. Three people, including a child, were rescued alive. The mother and father survived, but the child died later of dehydration. The rescue team said one older sister and a twin did not make it. So that's judgment, man.
Yeah,
That's judgment. And this is why we're trying to get ourselves right. For when all that shit comes over here to America,
yeah,
the Lord shields us and protects us.
yeah.
You know?
See all them funny ass patterns in the sky that Esau does with his heart, which the Lord is controlling Esau. We see, you know what I mean? One part of the
Yeah.
sky look like it's storming, the other part look like it's this is sunny, you know? And it don't even really be a storm coming, man. That you don't see those images to some of that past, man. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. But who knows what's going to happen into these metropolitan areas, these cities here in America.
hmm It says, it's Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Spurs created for vengeance, the Lord's vengeance for judgment, and they lay on sore strokes, man. They cause devastation and death. All right, they was given an order by the Most High, and they carry out that order.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him.
They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So they're appeasing the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. they're carrying out that order as it's supposed to be carried,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so they sent out to do destruction, man down. That's what they do. They come in and they manning down shit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment that person supposed to die, at that instant,
Yep.
second late, not a millisecond late. All right.
They on time.
Yeah, they on time, man.
So it says, my fault. It says spirits created for vengeance. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. It says
Forest fires, hell, storms, death, destruction, they all created for vengeance. Earthquakes, all these things, tornadoes, these things are create train derailment,
derailments,
huh?
trade derailments.
Yeah. All right. It's for vengeance. Cause we know with them the Lord, Esau gets his knowledge from the left hand side. The Lord, all wisdom come from the Lord, or on either side. And them trains, they balance. They supposed to be balanced with the wills. The wills is like cork shaped, so they can maneuver when the tracks turn or whatever. Man, they like cork shaped. The inside, it grooves into the track, and the other part of the wheel, it's like cork. It's like a cork shape. Like the parts is going like this, but how the wheel is. So when the train turns or whatever, it's balanced, and then the weight of it. You know what I mean? That's the engineering of that, but it's to show like that's judgment or
It
that
says,
defaults. Oh, you got it.
it says teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
The sword, different weapons, biological, economic, whatever you call it, beasts, wild animal attacks. All of these are what is that? Scourges?
Yep.
Yeah, see? Scourges, all right?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with
Thunder,
storm,
yep. Sorry.
with earthquake and great noise, and with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
That's right. So these tempests, tornadoes, earthquakes, wildfires, all of these things are judgment. That's the Lord visiting. Okay?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And you know this.
Man.
So look, man, and it's gonna be more instances like that, man. All right.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9. Um 9 verse 2, it says, then shall thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things for the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Even from the beginning. Even from the beginning. From the beginning of the creation all the way to now. You know, the Lord is what it said, them earthquakes in diverse places.
Yep.
Yeah, so earthquakes all over. Earthquakes all over the earth, man, different parts. There's gonna be more of them. and a higher scale too.
This is the book of Second Ezra 15 and 12 and 11. It says, "But I will break them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof."
So it's gonna be major plagues, man, in Egypt, man. The ultimate plague is thermonuclear destruction. Lesser plagues, diseases, man. I mean, people once they come into contact, they dying within 24 to 48 hours, man. All
Yeah.
right.
Train derailments.
Train derailments, bridges collapsing, man. I mean, yo, we gotta pray, man. We going under these tunnels, over these bridges, because the infrastructure, the worm is spread under these, man. The corrosion all through this country, man. All right.
It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it."
Punishments the Most High gonna bring upon it, man. I'm telling you this. This is a hot zone. America's a hot zone. Look
Yeah.
up on Google hot zones and see what it is, man. Place like a target like for thermonuclear destruction or any other destruction, man. This place is a hot zone.
It says hot zone, an area where an infectious disease
That
originates.
yep, that too. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, hot zone. Yep, America's a hot zone.
Yeah. How in the hell? How in the hell did America get the 19B, the 19C, more than any other country on the planet Earth? The shit started off in Wuhan, China, but America had the disease more than any other country. How is that possible?
Because if it was, they created it here. Fort
There,
Detrick,
there
probably.
you go. There you go.
A lot of them bugs, man. That's why I like, yo, I be sound like a broken record. I'll be like, yo, check out, we know Contagion, Containment. Check out them old joints like Outbreak, The Stand, Stephen King, The Stand, the first one, the remake, you know, and you'll see how they get down.
Euphoria.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they show you in their movies. Hollywood movies is Esau wet dreams. I
Yeah.
like to say that because it's their fantasy, right? And time for time they pull one of them scripts and they just act it out in real life, man.
And then they go over to these other countries. Yo, look, we're gonna need you to depopulate your people. We can use nice, clean methods. A clean method meaning through those V's people injecting in them. That's a clean method. Or we'll make a civil unrest or what's that joint called? War, civil war in your country. They consider that bloody method. So which one you gonna do? And
The
then
easy way
a couple
or
of
the hard way.
we're gonna make this area like El Salvador. Better fucking get on board, and it works.
Mm,
You know?
you could pick the easy way or you
Yeah.
could pick the hard way.
I hate to
But
say
you
it,
better
man.
pick a way.
America be running up on countries on some Brooklyn shit, man. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm from Brooklyn too, so I can say that. So, so yeah, they be on some Brooklyn shit going to different countries. You know what I mean?
So it says an area where an infectious disease originates or where it is particularly prevalent.
Yeah.
It says a hot zone, an area that are particularly dangerous on account of armed conflict, radioactive or contamination.
So America, number one top hot zone, man. And the other countries fall after, man. So America shouldn't have the flag as a symbol of the eagle no more. It should be a motherfucking biohazard symbol
Yeah.
for this place, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Now you good. So back to Second Ezra 16 and 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till
All right, you got it.
they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting of hail and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Destruction to the world and them that dwell in. All right, so this place gonna be destroyed even from the foundation. So there's no revival of this place, man. This place is gonna be burnt up. And how many degrees thermonuclear destruction? I don't even know the number, but yo, it's enough that everything here even the air gonna be burnt up, man.
Hotter than the sun.
Yeah, the ocean's gonna dry up around this place, man. So all this place, everything gonna be turned into sand.
Yeah,
Them elites don't got them elites. I'm talking about the 13 families. They don't got them bunkers in the mountains. Not in this country because they not gonna be in a hot zone, but throughout the earth and under the sea, outer space, all of those retreats they got. When they come here, they don't stay too long. You know what I mean? They don't stay here too long. They be on a super fast jet, stay up out of here.
Mm-hmm. So it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and
Right.
invading one another.
Sedition.
They shall not regard their kings nor their princes.
Sedition among men, not upholding government authority, man. So they're not gonna regard the established authority, man. It's gonna be uprisings and looting and robbing one another, man. And these politicians are gonna be the targets. Okay? They're gonna be the targets, man.
It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall be.
So they ain't gonna regard the one authority, man. They're gonna target authority. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do to survive. That rage they're gonna have. You got it. I'm sorry.
Now you good. Then they also got January 6th, January whatever, when Trump stormed.
Oh yeah.
The Trump people stormed the Capitol.
That's some funny shit, man.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
all these staged events.
Yeah, all this shit going on, man. And look, that's so this country is shit. You got the nation's capital, you got people living in tents, man. You know what I mean? The last time I was out on DC, man, certain parts of Maryland and DC, you know Prince George, PG County, close to DC or whatever, I can. You got people that was living in tents out there, man. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got people outside. You got a spot called Union Station. That would be like equivalent to Grand Central Station out here. Right there, living in tents, man, outside. You got it.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, so you gonna have people want to go to one city, one state, one borough, one county, and not gonna be able to do that. All right.
Mm-hmm. It's just like that show on HBO, The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, I like that show.
I'm only on episode 1, brother.
No, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. You good?
Yeah,
It's action.
no spoilers, brother. No
It's just
spoilers.
every show got action in it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that show comes to mind, and Containment that comes to mind, and I think what's the other show Shemaya on where they had Quarantine.
Quarantine and DMV, and it
Yeah,
was with DM. What's that chick name? That played in Kids, I think it was. The Latin chick. Rosario Dawson or some shit like that.
yeah. I don't know her name.
She played in a joint, Demilitarized Zone or whatever. They had a little series like that.
Right,
And
but Containment.
yeah, and the people it was basically Jake running everything, except for one chick. I don't even know if she was Jake or whatever, but everybody gathered certain things when the destruction was going on. They took over.
Hmm.
One dude, he might be an Israelite foreigner. He had a lot of gold. He was in Chinatown. Then one chick, she took over the water supply, the reservoir. So she had control over the water. Each person had key control over certain things. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But the
But
military had it where they couldn't leave the city.
I'm gonna read it again. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And
Uh-huh.
I quoted those 2 shows. Check it out when you get a chance. It might be on Amazon or just search it up or
Contagious,
whatever.
you go to Go Movies to watch those old episodes. I started watching them again. You know what I mean? You could go to gomovies.sx to watch the Containment episodes. All right.
But be aware of the pop-ups and shit like that.
Oh
But
yeah,
the show Containment and then show Quarantine. I think they was USA shows, but it shows you what's about to happen, even though it was sci-fi and it was kind of dramatized. But that's about to be real life here in America. You're not going to be able to go from state to state the way you are now.
mm-hmm.
The tri-state area that we live in, how we could just casually go to Jersey or
Mm-hmm.
casually go to PA. That's gonna be obsolete. That's gonna be a thing of the past
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna be locked down because
predictive
it's gonna be
programming.
sick side.
That's predictive programming.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be locked down because there's gonna be so much shit going on in each state
Mm-hmm.
that the only way to control it is martial law.
Yeah.
You gotta decide what you got.
God, I get Isaiah 14 verse 6. Matter of fact, start verse 5. It says Isaiah 14 and 4. And that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The
Yeah.
gold
That's a proverb of truth. How has the oppressor ceased? And that oppressor is the so-called white man. All right. So-called
right.
white man. He's the oppressor.
It says, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
That golden city is America, because America is a so-called beacon of light to the earth. Everyone wants to come here and mimic America, and also America is a damn bully.
Yeah,
And it, you're all right, yeah,
yeah, they being exposed too, all
yes,
over the world through the internet. You know,
uh-huh. The
everybody
uniform.
knows. Everybody knows America is corrupt in everything that they do.
That's right.
It says, the Lord have broken the staff of the wicked
Your power.
and the scepter of the rulers.
That's right. So their position, they're gonna get knocked out, dethroned by when the Lord returns, man. The Lord gonna incinerate this whole fucking country, man. Esau's military, NATO, EU, America, the harlot that sits on the beast. The Lord gonna incinerate their whole fucking armies, right? The Air Force, all that's gonna get fried. And this bullshit ass corporation gonna be turned into a desert. I'm talking about America.
Right. It says he who smote the people in wrath with a
He,
continual stroke.
with a continued stroke. Who was that? The so-called white man did that. Did that how? Rape, robbery, murder, disease warfare, economics, taxes, drugs, polluting the people's minds with these philosophies, changing things upside down with the shifts of power between man and woman, and so on, man. And his lies, man, and on, man.
Yeah, it said continual stroke, meaning Esau's relentless.
Mm-hmm.
Esau don't let up, man.
You know,
You know, he just keep going and going and will never ever have mercy, especially on you Jakes. It
yeah.
says, he that ruled the nations in anger.
Didn't he not rule the nations in anger? Look what he went to these other countries and made them third world countries by taking what they have, their resources, man. These people had health care that the government will provide for his people for free. He went there, shook things up. They gotta pay. All right. All these people that got these roads and things, a lot of them American companies built that stuff and they charged them usury, man. Okay? What is the word? Industrialized or whatever? How they put up infrastructure in these other countries and overcharge them? It's a lot of things, man, the so-called white man has done.
Yep. It says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
And persecuted, none is gonna stop. Because the so-called white man, at first he had the world shook when he made that fire fall from heaven, man, with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He had unlimited power, man. Hydrogen from the seawater. He had unlimited power where he could make them hydrogen bombs, man. He had a social engineering thing going on where he had his economic war going out throughout the earth. Everyone has to trade under his rules or get embargoes. So he had the world by the balls at one time. All right?
Right. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 19. It says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency,
Yeah.
shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by fire. Over 4,000 degrees of fire, probably, man. That burnt that place up. So that's how it's gonna be here.
Yeah. And it said, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency.
Yeah,
Because,
man. Because
I'm sorry.
everybody come here. These other nations come here to become so-called. They wind up being so-called rich or wealthy. They come here. They credit us like crazy. The loans and everything they get. They be here 2 years or whatever, or less or more, and they just blow up, becoming successful, man. All right? They might not have been shit back home, and they come here and gain some type of status.
Right. And I can say, too, it said, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, because America has passed all the kingdoms that came before it, in wickedness. America has adopted the customs of all these different kingdoms before it, which were ruled by other nations,
Yeah.
heathens, and have surpassed them in wickedness. Look at the transgenders, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Look how they fucking, you know, have these men, you know, portraying themselves as women, and actually, through the technology and witchcraft, they actually look like, they appear as women.
Yes.
Men too. I mean, women too. Women trying to be men.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, and that's
Uh,
why this land is called Babylon, man. It's confusion.
yeah, it is.
Now they trying to legalize bestiality, and I believe it's over there in the EU somewhere.
See? And then it's all confusion. Like, you remember back in the days, you could look and you see a female shape from the back. But now, if you didn't see the front and they fully examine that person, you don't know yet. You know
Right.
what I mean?
You never
So
know.
it's crazy, man. And you see how technology is getting pretty soon. Them Decepticons gonna really look like females, man. They gonna really look like Scarlett Johansson. They gonna really look like J Lo. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a scary thing, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, the next they say that this generation, that's the youngest generation now, is known as Generation Z,
All right,
because
yeah,
there can't be no next generation after this.
it's it. It's over,
Yeah.
man. It's over. Look, man, we done went. This dollar, man, is almost out of here. A lot of places, you brothers know, y'all. Yeah, a lot of brothers been trading and things like that, or dealing with brokerages. A lot of places is not dealing with American money or their credit cards, or none of that shit. You know what I mean? A lot of them be like, yo, we're not dealing with America. All right? Everything's going digital, man. We keep saying the same thing because it's the truth.
hmm it says, "It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Yeah,
Neither shall."
mankind is not going to dwell here in America, Babylon the Great.
It says, "Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there,
Yeah, these
neither."
sand niggas is not gonna have no businesses here no more because this place is gonna be destroyed. Some Arabs not gonna have their stores, their bodegas here.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It says, "Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but the wild beast of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there."
Desert
And
creatures gonna be here, lizards and things like that, man. No mankind is not gonna ever be here anymore, man.
yep, it says, "And satyrs
Hmm.
shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses,
Uh-huh.
and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged."
That's right. So this place ain't gonna be here much longer, man. All right, this place ain't gonna be here much longer. That's why Esau's speeding things up. We say this thing over and over again, but it's the truth. He's panicking. He's the curse that go out throughout the earth. He sees the chariots, man, and now they're getting desperate to where they coming back to the Roswell shit, with fucking weather balloons and all that goofy shit. All right, because they can't. After a while, they can't lie so much to everyone seeing them in the sky. So what they got to do is gain control over the situation and say, yo, there's weather balloons and this and that. All right.
False
Yep,
narratives.
Yeah.
yep. I got one more.
Okay.
Revelation 12, verse 12. It says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
That's right. The nation of Israel, we rejoice, we rejoicing, man.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
That's a sea. The earth and the sea represents a people.
It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
The deceivers come down to you having great wrath. Why is he going to come down on a starting with the elect of the nation of Israel? Why is he going to come down? Because the elect is not going to worship the beast or the image or take that karagma or is in league with this. So
Yep.
what? He's gonna move on the men of the Lord first.
Yep.
Got it?
It says, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
So he got short time, he's trying to offset prophecy, man. So he's gonna come through with all his methods of torture, or some of the men of the Lord gonna have to be martyrs, others gonna have spiritual power. So we all, Lord willing, we the elect, we all gonna be tested. This man is gonna come down fierce, man.
Yeah, what you said just reminded me of the news that came out last week about Donald Trump and the guillotines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, like that movie. I know brothers put up 6 the Mark or something like that it's called on YouTube, man. You had they was forcing people to get that the Karag mark. You had men put in a guillotine, man, before others. And you had also where I said I was gonna say that, Doc. I'm sorry. I didn't watch the whole movie, but you had certain people they was trying to get infiltrate guerrilla groups, meaning Israelite camps, with certain men they didn't have the mark. That wasn't down with getting the mark, and they was trying to recruit them to basically go out and snitch and gather those that's against the establishment. So you have a person, they had a person that didn't have the mark and try to get him the front as he was with them to help the basically the rogue groups. You see what I'm trying to say?
Undercover.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. You got it.
That was it. I ain't got no more.
Okay. Yeah, so oh man, look, man, we once again we in interesting times, man. The end of this thing, end of Esau's reign, man. So he's gonna come in, he's gonna come deadly, the guillotine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how they try to scare you. All right. Oh, what happened?
No, I'm just saluting the brother. You close it out though, huh?
They try to scare. We already know what it is, man. The Lord willing, the Lord have the spirit on us, because we could say we're not gonna take it, but Lord willing, if it's in our power, oh fuck that chip shit. You know
Exactly.
that shit. Oh fuck you. You know what I mean? But Esau, he's wicked. So he got to try to scare you up, all kind of manners to get those. To get the chip, he gonna have our family informing on us. Nah, they didn't get the chip. Yeah, they preaching against this thing. You know what I mean? You can see, But I said I don't have nothing else.
You close it out, huh?
All right. So with that, we like to give all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ma'aseh, Yahweh Shah, Ma'aseh, Rakam Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, on down the ranks, the GMS, and all the men that's preaching this truth out and truth and sincerity. All right, and shalom and death to this fucking bullshit ass country, man.
Boy.
Shalom.
Shalom.